Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video thought I'll show you a little snowy owl that I drew. And yeah, make sure to subscribe and like this video, and yeah, let's get on with the video. So, I actually forgot to film so many parts in the beginnings of this, but right now I'm just sketching the moon here, you can see here. And then adding some color inside of it. I need some shading and stuff, but different colors just add a different vibes to each of the owl paintings. And it's become very clear to me that making this owl is probably the hardest part of this whole thing. I know I forgot to film the whole thing, but the sky was the only one that was breathtaking to me. But everything just came together and I don't know, I just felt like this was something I had to do because I've never actually drawn an animal, or I want to draw a tiger next, but like an easier way of drawing, necessarily not using too much technique. I did add a bunch of textures and stuff to this, and the heart shaped is basically where the eye is, and yeah. All you do is have to build upon it, keep adding layers and layers, and then when you're ready, then you can just keep on proceeding to the next part. Here I'm outlining the inside of a heart using the brush that you can see that I used. And yeah, I think kept the parts of it were like, I don't know why I didn't do it at the beginning, because I thought it was since my first owl. Maybe once I'd done it another time, maybe next time I can add a sunset in the background instead of a darkness, but it's using dark and light at the same time, but it's like I think can make a huge difference on everything that you do, and just the little things. And then adding the eyes was probably a good part too. And I didn't know this, but owls have different shades of eyes. I've never actually seen an owl, so I've seen pictures of owls, but I've never seen what it looks like. I wish I could. And it's so cloudy and gloomy today, so I thought it would be perfect to show some darkness and lightness. And I think since it's a night owl, adding the moon made more sense, and everything just came together. And it's magical about what you can create out of just a plain canvas. And then maybe, just maybe, I may be able to paint this one day. I hope that I can be able to paint more abstract. It's also abstract and realistic at the same time, and we try to make it as realistic as possible. And it's kind of like painting on a canvas, except like it looks like there's texture, but it's not actually texture, which I think it's pretty interesting. And all the colors with the cool tone colors like blue, it sort of adds a nice perspective and depth in it. It sort of makes it look realistic by adding shades of blue, sort of contrasting with the colors in the background there. And then you keep on doing that. Right now I'm just going through the whole thing and then seeing which one I exactly wanted here. Just going to right here and figure out what exactly I'm doing. I'm coloring adding some texture to the brush, adding some color and stuff, using the slightest tannish color to go all around the owl, the skin and stuff, adding more texture to make it more realistic as we go along. We're doing little things to just touch it up, and doing that in the tail too. Do the same thing everywhere. But right now we're just gonna put some of the browns and yellows together into this collection of colors. And I keep on going back to the video so then I can see what exactly that I'm doing. And yes, this owl isn't perfect, but I think it's perfect just the way it is right now. So just gonna add these little brown streaks here for the outlining of the owl, for the fur and stuff, adding more texture. You keep on adding layer on layer, and then basically it turns out perfectly. Once you've done that, you just go all the way through, all the way till the branch of the tree there. And you can see that I'm doing straight lines down, all the way down. I'm going to add this black shadows here for the tail and owl. So I don't know why, but I felt like this, since it's my first time doing an animal, I thought I would like try to be exact as I can and try to follow the tutorial. It didn't take that long. I should have actually filmed the beginning, but I actually forgot to do that step, so now you're just seeing me shading in the owl there, as you can see there. It's really interesting about how you can create these owls in Procreate. Then I added these like fuzzies on top to make it look like there's like hair on the owl. It sort of adds the effect that it is an actual owl that is there, which I think is pretty cool. And then throughout the whole thing, it just takes a little bit of a while to do it. But then once it gets to the part where I'm like satisfied with it, then it starts to get better and better each time. And yeah, it's pretty easy to make an owl. And now I'm just gonna add the brown like feathers and stuff on the side. It's hard to see it and do it at the same time, but then I sort of did it a little bit later after the fact, but it does look quite good, if I say so myself. You know, the fact that I can create these amazing arts, it means like a lot that I can do this. So now we're adding the parts at the top of the feather there, the tail, and I don't know what you call it, that part, but I think it's like the hand and where the owl sits and everything. And then yeah, just add each color there. There's actually tons and tons of shades of, actually it's not shade, it's a tint. There's tons of tints and different colors that sort of make the owl look more realistic, and as you add all those textures and stuff, it sort of brings it to the next level. And adding this makes the owl look so much better to me. It's just so much easier to see something like this. And yes, I'm doing it really slowly, but I'm trying to figure out which each brush that I use is meant for, finding which it sort of does have a texture. It's like, I think it's a pencil brush that is similar to that. And yeah, I just did that all around. So you can see here that I'm just adding a little bit of touches here and there to sort of make it look realistic as possible, which is always the key to this as I'm drawing and figure out what exactly that she's doing. And I think I did a good job with this owl. I mean, I know it's not even done yet, but I feel like it's almost to the point where I'm like, okay, it looks good. I mean, each time I do it, I feel like I see something different that I do, and then she decided to use liquify brush to move it a little bit, but I didn't. I think I did it. I don't know, maybe I did. So it just adds a little bit of movement. It sort of makes the eyes part look a little more bigger and more proportionate. It sort of doesn't look that proportionate, so I moved it a little bit. All I did was just slide on the layers and then it basically locked in. And yeah, I did that for all of it. Now I'm adding a layer on top of that, which is sort of like to make it connected and make it look like one there, and then just I already actually made that area, so we're just gonna erase it there too, so you can see that it actually looks like the illusion that it's actually sitting on the tree there. Just erasing parts, trying to get it right. I mean, I don't like using the eraser because it sort of ruins it, but in this case I really needed to use it. So next part is that we're doing is adding some shading to the branches there. Just gonna add a darker shade, but I don't want to see the owl there. I sort of didn't press hard enough, so I'm trying to touch it up as much as I can to make it look more realistic. And the more I'm doing it, the more I'm like, okay, how long will it take to actually do this? It did actually take a long time, but when I actually figured out how actually to do it, next is the sort of the claws that is clinging on the branch. That actually took a little bit of time because I've never actually drawn claws or animals. It's sort of a mystery to how people actually draw it, and once I did figure it out, it's pretty easy. Yes, it's not the best looking claws, but I tried to do the best that I could to finish it and make it look as realistic as possible. And yeah. Here you can see that I did it again because I didn't like it the first time that I did it. So I did it again to perfection here. And it does look like it's a little disfigured there, but I think it looks pretty good. Not bad for my first time doing claws there. But I assure you that maybe I'll do more. We'll see what actually happens. I want to do more drawings like this because I want to sort of see if I can actually do this on my own. I think that would be cool. Maybe I can see how I actually did it again. Maybe try the tutorial again now that I actually have an idea of what is actually happening each and every time. And it's weird that I can just do this owl and just hopefully that it looks like an actual owl. I'm really impressed with my skills right now. I didn't even know that I was capable of doing this until so. Now I'm going to add some shading on the top of here, just adding a brownish color there to make it look like actual claws at the bottom, and figure out how everything sort of fits into this owl, and adding all these features makes it look more realistic and stuff. And the shading does matter because it makes it look like it's gonna pop out of the screen, but not actually pop, make it actually look good. So now we're just gonna add some black for the nails there, and my nails look a little bit lumpy there, but I'm sure it'll be fine, you know. This is my first time, so I'm not gonna give them a shot to it. Just do it and see what actually happens. And adding these claws actually added the effect that is actually like there. It's all like an illusion and stuff. That's what drawing is, and it sort of illustrates what actually is an owl, and it's sort of like a cartoon version of an owl, which I think looks very similar to an actual owl, which I've never actually seen before. I might have heard them, but not actually saw them. It's like, how can you draw something if you've never seen it? It's like, I'm adding the claw stuff at the bottom of it. I think I'm adding more like detail to the, like adding some like fluff on the top of it. Sort of like the fur of the owl coming on the claws. It sort of like takes away that there's actually claws there. It sort of adds a nice effect there. So just add that at the bottom on the top, and then for alpha lock, I just used it to like add some shading to the branches, because that's pretty much the last step of all this, is when the magic actually happens. It's when you add all these colors together, and then it looks so nice and pretty and so alpha lock. So yeah. So we're gonna do that throughout the whole thing. We're just gonna add this grayish blue color here and just put it throughout the branches. And I think I did it pretty good. I'm pretty good at drawing branches. Like, that's the part that I thought was more satisfying than the others. But the owl is actually pretty good, which I think it's actually the best part of doing all of this. Creating this owl is like, it's like something that is really magical. Owls to me are very bold and bright, and they seem to be the animals that are most like peaceful and stuff. I mean, when you look at it, you just feel like this sense of calmness when you see it. It's like so powerful and so meaningful to have animals like this. adding in these little buds here. You can see that I'm trying to speed it up here a little bit. I think this part yet. This is when I start to do everything, and I think I already finished doing the buds here. So yeah, that is today's video. I really enjoyed making this owl. I think it was the fun part was doing the branches and stuff, and adding on these textures and colors and just putting them all together, and I just love drawing stuff. So yeah, that is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed me creating this cute owl. And if you have any suggestions on what I should draw next, make sure to leave them in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos from me. And yeah, that is today's video. I just hope you guys have a nice day and a nice evening. And I'll see you guys next week for a new video. Have a nice day and keep drawing. Bye.